Hi, Nancy Mueller here, the one and only Mastering Your Beliefs Sensei. Do you ever think about when people get married and they say, I do? Does anyone ever get married thinking, unless? Does anyone ever say their wedding vows with that stipulation of, unless? Well, of course they do. That's what prenups are all about, yes? Of course. Because a prenup essentially says, I love you, I want to marry you, I think this is the right decision, unless for some reason I'm really not seeing everything I need to see, and I'm a bad judge of character at this moment, and it doesn't go well. We will end it, and I'll keep what's mine, and we'll just go our separate ways, right? That's a prenup. Well, it's interesting when we're going through a divorce, how there are so many highs and lows. And I've often questioned, thought about, mulled over, how can it be that two people can be in love and profess to love each other so much that they choose to get married, and then when the time comes, they choose to get divorced, and all of that love and appreciation and support for each other can go right out the window. Why is that? Why do we choose to be enemies during a divorce? Well, I believe it's because each of us is trying to prove the other wrong, or each of us is trying to prove why we are right. And sometimes we can get so caught up in why we think we're right or why we think the other person is wrong that we often can't hear what the other person is saying. Now, this isn't about giving in, giving up, letting that person be right. That's not what this is about at all. This is about letting go. Letting go of the need to be right. Letting go of the need to prove the other person wrong. And you can do that when you're willing to look within. When you're willing to ask yourself, all right, what am I feeling? What am I needing right now? What is important to me that I'm not getting? And then convey that to your ex or soon-to-be ex in a way that is not accusatory. Well, this is what I'm looking for. And say it in a way where you're coming from a source of power, that inner strength that you have inside of you. This is what I really need. How can we love and support each other through this? Because I can tell you, I have been to the courthouse and been through divorce when it's not amicable, when I'm feeling low, when I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling like nobody cares, and they pick up on that at the courthouse. You're just a number. Nobody cares, and that's what you feel like. You're sitting there waiting for them to call your number, and you get called up to the window, and they're going through it like nothing. And you're sitting there thinking, my life is ending. Why doesn't anyone care? Well, they can't really care or put too much thought into it, because imagine how many people they see throughout the day. They have to find a way to be self-preserving in their own way in order to get through their workday. But it feels so personal, doesn't it? It feels like, why isn't anyone understanding what I'm going through? Even friends, family members, co-workers, while they can be empathetic or sympathetic, most people don't want to be around a situation where it feels really negative, where it's like, oh, I have to go to lunch with Nancy again. Oh, she's going to talk about her divorce and she's going to start crying, and I really care about her and I care what she's going through, but I just can't sit through one more of these lunches. The only way that you can be empowered through this is to let go and start figuring out what it is that you need. What is not being met? Which of your needs is not being met? When you can answer that question, you'll start on that road, that path to really getting what you need out of this. Now, this isn't about what you need as far as the settlement and I want the couch and you get the chair, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what do you need inside you that's going to help you come out of this the best that you can possibly be. Because I have a little secret for you. I've also been to the courthouse going through a divorce where it's amicable and both of us were there supporting each other. I was amazed at how the people at the courthouse treated me so differently. They were just in awe. They were like, "This is your husband?" "Yes, this is my soon-to-be ex-husband. We're here together. We're working together." They were so nice and cordial. They couldn't help us enough. And they even said, "This is so refreshing. We don't get a lot of this. We get a lot of fighting and bickering and anger and negativity. Rarely do we get two people who come in and are kind and loving to each other." So if divorce is in your future, if you're in stage 1 where you're thinking about it, or stage 2 where you're going through it, or stage 3 where you're trying to put it behind you, wouldn't it be better, instead of saying, "Let's be enemies," if you could find a way to support yourself, to be self-preserving, to have your needs met in a way where there's no blame and no holding back what you need the most. Because when you're looking to your spouse or your soon-to-be ex-spouse and you're trying to lay blame and you've got anger and you're putting the kids in the middle, all you're doing is creating more negativity. And remember, the law of attraction, what you think about, what you practice, you'll bring about. So the more you think about negativity, the more negativity you're going to bring into this situation. So I encourage you to be strong, to reach into your inner strength, and to find out what you need. How are your needs being met or not being met? What is your belief around divorce? Is there something inside of you, somewhere buried really deep, that this is wrong and you have guilt or shame? These are all feelings that need to be addressed if you're truly, truly going to be the best you that you can be and come out of this the most empowered woman that you can be. That's what I want for you. This is Nancy Mueller, and if there's anything that I can do to help you during your 3 stages of divorce, please look at the information below this video. Check on the links. Connect. Let me know how I can help, because I'm here for you. I want you to come out of this the most empowered that you can possibly be, feeling like you're ready to start your new beginning rather than this is an ending, because it's not an ending. Remember, every ending brings a new beginning, and how you're going to go into this new beginning, now that's up to you. This is Nancy Mueller saying ciao for now.